Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Just Enough Heshy show. To all my Instagram fans who always join me early, and my YouTube fans, and my Facebook fans, and my, the radio fans that are joining the show shortly, I'm so excited. I'm happy you're here again this week with me. And just as you can see, America is just turning. America is just bubbling. And we've been waiting so long for this election to come. I don't know. People were waiting so excited 4 years. And here it is. Here's the election. It's coming up. Another 103 days to go, whatever it is. And, of course, there's always turmoil and something interesting happened. Wow. I tell you something. We're all excited on both sides, or all three sides with the independent line. But I just want you to know something. Somebody's going to be depressed, and there should be no reason to be depressed. This is an election. You know, even when I run for office, you should be depressed. You lose, you win, but that's life. You go on, you continue on, and we're going to have a lot of fun. I mean, just enjoy it. You know that it's entertainment. It's not like a real election. I mean, I know the man has to be to do the job right, and he's president of the United States, but did you ever see the advertisings or the commercials? Even when I run for city council or any Senate seat, it's like an entertainment. You have to dance like a little monkey for the people, and it's exhausting and it's tiring. And you know what? I don't even know how President Trump does it. And again, people trying to kill you, people trying to scream at you. Even a little guy like me, they curse at you, they scream at you, they threaten you. It doesn't make sense. And politics, people think, is a business. President Donald Trump is not running to be president to make money. He's not looking for the fame because he's an older guy. When he's finished with the election, he's going to retire. Most presidents do, but they go on to do other stuff, maybe even in commercial or run a foundation or a business or get onto the board of directors. President Donald Trump doesn't need that. Neither do I. But that's the beauty. Those are the people that you have to elect in office. The people that are out there to serve the people. The people that care about their fellow man. Every day people ask me, why do you need it, Heshy? Today I had a guy in my office, why do you need it? And I have to go through the list over and over again. They're screwing my clients. They're screwing my people in New York City. I'm one of 8 million or 6 million people because maybe I could do more than some of the people. So I get things accomplished. But I can do only little things. When you are one of 51 members of the city council, or when you are the head, like the mayor of New York City, then you can get stuff done. And this is where I'm headed. I want stuff done. Yes, I keep repeating to you that the special needs children need help. Yes, I keep telling you about the budgets that are being crooked. Yes, I'm telling you about the city fining us and torturing us. And I'm going to tell you a story in a couple of minutes of what happened today again. And I'm going to tell you not one, but two. Just how the city's out not to help you, how the politicians are not out there to help you, how the politicians are sitting now in Washington, all our local politicians, to do what? They're out there to meet congressmen and councilmen and take pictures. And they're there with, you know who? They're there with a guy who tries to get the government people to vote his way. This is the thing that we're talking about. They're sitting there in Washington now having a nice tour and meeting themselves. They have to be in their offices. They have to be taking calls. I was taking calls from 11 o'clock this morning till 7:30 tonight. And in the morning I was running around the field, running around helping my local community as well as doing my volunteer work and doing inspections. I have a full day's work. That's what a politician has to do, not to be on vacation in Washington, D.C. And it wasn't one. It was 5 or 6 of them. All going there together. Somebody from the community board, the assemblyman that I like, Ezra Friedlander. I mean, I don't even know why he keeps pulling them there. And they don't belong there. They have nothing they can do. They can't even vote. But this is what we do. They're out for the fame. They're out to get a notice. They're out to get more publicity. I don't need the publicity and the fame. What I'm looking for is to get the job done. Nothing more. We have people in trouble here. We have the police not doing their job. And I love the police, but they're not doing their job. We don't even have the police not doing their job. We have other government agencies just sitting back and letting us rot. I don't know. I have no idea what to tell you. I have solutions, and that's my job, is to lose solutions. And I want to welcome now our WSNR listeners. Welcome to the show. I didn't think we'd be on this week again, but we are on. I would like to welcome the WNEW FM HD3 listeners. And I want to welcome, most importantly, WPIVD from Florida. As I was telling my people, we have local politicians that went to Washington. They went with people that are just trying to be famous there or meet other people. They're not getting anything accomplished. My local politicians, about 6 of them went to Washington when they should be here. I'm picking up the phones. I'm taking local politics. Let me tell you what happened today. Today, the last 2 weeks, the local DOT and other people have closed 30 blocks in my neighborhood. In a 20 block square area, they closed about 30 blocks. Does it make sense? They closed, the traffic is crazy. As it is, the traffic is normally crazy. And I said, why did you close 30 blocks? You close one at a time. And one of the guys came over to me, we don't work for you, we work for the mayor. I said, sure you work for me. And we had a big argument. I said, I'm going to shut this job down. He says, you can't shut us down. I said, you watch. I bring 20 people, I stop your machines, I block the street. He calls his supervisor. He says, well, the DOT said we could do it. I said, how did the DOT get permission? Your community board, they said, you can close 30 blocks. My local community board, Wasabi, they were paid off or something, gave approval for 30 blocks. You do one block at a time. They leave holes open in the wall floors. They dig holes, they don't cover them up. People can't get to local stores. It's crazy. Forget the noise. Then they work on Saturdays. So we said, you know what, we'll put up with all your stuff. But on a Friday, when the whole community, is a Jewish community, like a Sunday, leave us alone. They said, okay. Then the boss calls me back, well, I have to speak to the mayor's office. Mayor doesn't care about this. This is the politics, and they want $500 million, $500 million contract to dig up the streets, to change the piping. They're overpriced, and they're making the people suffer. We have no place to park. We have no place to go. The ticket peoples are still out. We can't move. Something's to drive down a block is 25 minutes. I actually walked Saturday in my neighborhood where nobody should be working. They're working. Open holes. I couldn't go visit 2 of my regular people that were sick. What happens if an ambulance had to come? Our community board, our local politicians, from councilmen to assemblymen, they just don't know what they're doing. There's nobody to run against me yet. They're waiting for Mr. Simcha Felder, the mask man. During COVID, this state senator, wore a mask, told us to wear masks and take the booster shot. And when he showed up at a place to donate food, he carried like a half a bag of potatoes. He didn't donate anything. He took the money from the government. So they're waiting for him, as I keep telling you, to win the election, his Senate election. So he's guaranteed a seat to get into local, to continue to go on to for retirement. And then he's going to run against me if he wins. There's a bunch of people that called me that they're waiting for him to win so they can run for his Senate seat. And I'm going to beat him. HeshyTishler.com. Let's put that up on commercial, or we'll start with Greenline. And I'll tell you why I'm so good with Greenline buildings. It's on HeshyTishler.com is up. I am running for city council. You want me to win. You want me to change this city. And during COVID, when I was one of the first ones to open up the parks and show you protests, the rest of the country joined in. Let me lead you. Let me guide you. Let me show you how it's done the right way. HeshyTishler.com. That's it. $10 donation, $20 donation. I'm there. I'm almost at max funds. Come on, guys. My final goal is another $32,000. Send it in. You want me to win. You think this show with the president, it's on the master stage. You get to see some stuff. Watch New York City. I will make New York City rock. They're scared of me. They're talking to me. Vote for me. Anyways, HeshyTishler.com. Join me. Donate. Whatever you want. Then we have, of course, Greenline Building Solutions. 202 Foster Avenue. 718-871-0382. 718-871-0382. I know you people on the radio can't see the screen. I do violations, court cases, defaults, vacate motions, inspections. I open up 718-871-0382, and we're located at 202 Foster Avenue. I give free stuff. I give you, speaking, I have guys from all different religions, from the Muslim religion, the Jewish religion, the Christian. I have people walking into me. I help everybody. And people love me. My Muslim clients call me Uncle Heshy. My Christian friends call me Brother Heshy. I am here for you. I'm not going to run away. I'm not leaving town. I work from 6 in the morning till late at night. I do my show. I run the inspections. I don't disappear out of town. And yes, I am going away on August 15th. I'm going to go pray with my son for his wedding. And I want them to put that, invitation up on so YouTube and Instagram, and all you guys can see it. My son is getting married on September 5th. You're all invited to the Sands. I don't care. Just come. Just come. I'm going to have enough seats. I'm going to have hundreds of seats. Come, enjoy the food. If you can come. At the Sands in Woodmere, in Long Island. It's called the Sands Country Club. Come on down. Beach Club. I don't know what it is. Yeah, it's called the Sands Beach Club. Come to the wedding. You're all invited. Please put that invitation up. I want to see that invitation go up. Let's get serious. We're going to talk about Biden. We're going to talk about maybe he might even resign just for the game. We're going to talk about Kamala Harris. Wow. I mean, this girl is so liberal, so whacked out of her brain that she said that people in prison can vote, and I don't even mind that so much, but she's saying the murderers, the Boston bomber could vote. The guy who killed Americans. I want to give a shout out to my beautiful granddaughter, Layla Tamar, Mira Nava, and my grandson, Binyamin Hillel, and my other granddaughter, Ahuva, and my other grandson, Yeshua, and of course, Ellie, wherever you are, I hope you're listening. Sergeant Peter, I love you. Sergeant Peter told me he can't come to the wedding. Everybody doesn't believe he exists. He says he can't come to the wedding. He's working at night to protect our city. I love Sergeant Peter. He barely goes away. He's always on his job, and he's always protecting us. Thank you, Sergeant Peter. You're the best. And that's enough. And of course, my co-hosts who don't show up anymore, George, he was in Greece. He just got Greece. That's where he was. He just got back. And of course, Nicole, who went to visit her friend or boyfriend and go on vacation to Colorado. So I miss you guys, and maybe you'll come back shortly. And, of course, they'll be here for the campaign that should start somewhere now, according to the mayor's office in January. That's where they're holding it back. I want to give you a quote. First, we're going to start serious with the quote, okay? My quote is very simple. I know in my heart that man is good, that what is right will always eventually triumph, and there's a purpose and worth to each and every life. You know who said that? Ronald Reagan. I believe there's good in everybody. Just sometimes we can't be good. You know, I have a client that needed a lot of help. He's in trouble since September. And he came into the office, he started bargaining with the price, and he told me his personal history. And he seemed pretty good, but he seemed a little sketchy. And I told him, this is the way I do business. I'm there for you. I'm loyal to you. Even if we mess up, I take care of you. Anyways, he came in a week later with payment, and he started screaming to rush it. I said, I told you when to start. I said, you can't just rush this. Anyways, I rushed it. I helped it. I get to the job site. I give him a whole list of things that he has to do to comply. They don't listen. Then he tells me his plans match, and I see they don't match. And he fails inspection, which I never fail. And I told him that he did wrong, and he started screaming at me. I said, I never stole from anybody. I help you. Anyways, I set him up another inspection. He was supposed to do the things. He never even showed up to do it. I said, what did you expect? Miracle to happen, that the steps get involved, the place gets clean. People are dumping garbage, he tells me. I said, it's not true. I have pictures. I'm just like the city inspector. I'm tougher. Anyways, today he called me threatening me at 6:30 in the morning. Nice man, but he started threatening me. I said, who do you think you're threatening? And I told him he started threatening he's going to the DA. I said, I know your history better than you. I know all my clients. And I don't work for clients that I don't like. And I said, you're out. I dumped him. I said, not only that, go to the DA. I said, if you want to come beat me up, I'm here. They stabbed me. They came to beat me up. I said, what do you want? I said, you're wrong. You're losing money, and it's not my fault. For a few pennies, you're threatening me? I said, finish the job. Then all of a sudden, he broke down and started crying because I really wasn't going to help him. I said, I don't want to help you. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. I'm giving you money back. I don't want to help you. He started crying. No, you're the only one. Help me, help me, help me. I felt so bad, middle-aged man. So I helped him. I went down with his contract. I showed him what to do, and I even got him some other helpers, and we're going to fix him up and help him. My job is, and I hate being mean to people, but again, I want people to be kind. I know there's good in everybody, but sometimes people get screwed so badly, and I get screwed all the time, and people are trying to threaten me and follow me and audit me. It's not only me, but I know there's good, but sometimes the evil comes out of us. Control it. I also get angry every day. I also can go after my enemies. Every morning I wake up and I really try to say to myself, God's watching me. I know I can go get them. I know I can hurt people. Not physically, of course, but I don't want to do it. We have to do good. I went to visit some people in jail, and they have friends. They're going to recommend me. And then one of them says, oh, Heshy, we can't help you because of the corned beef sandwich incident. I said, it's a lie. Yeah, but you're too focused. The news brought it up. I said, the news brought up Donald Trump on January 6th. The news brought up that Donald Trump, worked with the Russian people. Unacceptable that you accept lies and the person that's been working and standing and every day fighting with you. Today, an HPD inspector showed up in one of the buildings, and I told him to get out. I said, their Fourth Amendment said, I don't need you in there. HPD regulations. I'm not leaving. He says, call the police. And I did. And I said, you're going to leave. I said, you'll never get in the building. You're blocking me. I said, right. Did you ring the bell? Did the lady let you in? Anonymous complaint? They don't let me in. You're letting me in. I said, I will not. Why would I let you in right on a fake anonymous, beautiful building? You're going to look for something. And we had a whole argument there, and I have it on video, and I was going to post it today, but I didn't have time. And at the end of the day, he calls his boss, and the boss says, yeah, I know that building. I said, of course you know the building. 700 complaints. And the boss didn't want to talk to me. He says, we'll get you. And as I'm following him out, I said, you're never going to get in. You're never going to get in, and you're never even with a warrant. Because these people lie. This inspector told me, you're here to help us, to teach us. You see, everything is perfect. What are you looking for? Everything is perfect. He saw the front lobby. He saw the outside. I said, what are you looking for? If any of the units are the same as this, it's perfect. And people were coming out. I kept saying to each of the tenants that were coming out, are you happy at the building? Do you enjoy it? People were saying everything is good. But again, the HPD inspector just wanted to write a violation. And I screamed at him. And I warned him. At the end of the day, somebody asked me to make peace with him, and I said, Inspector, I'm sorry if you think I'm upset with you, and I screamed at you. But my duty is to stop you. Your job is to hurt the people. Your job is I want to fire you because your job is to really to be an inspector to show us to do the right thing. So am I. I said, I actually work for the HPD. I am now thinking of resigning because the whole operation is just looking to get you. But I'm fighting them from within, and I'm getting stuff accomplished. City council, I'll do more. But again, our city politicians are looking to screw us, are looking to tax us. Kamala Harris is going to raise taxes by 80%. You just watch it. I mean, she wants people, the Boston bomber, to vote. She wants to that we shouldn't have children. So I had a Chinese lady that came into me today. She says to me, Heshy, yeah, if you can't afford the children, don't have it. I don't understand you. Poor people are allowed to have children. Rich people are allowed to have children. It's not the reason to afford. It's love. We want to create the next generation. You know how many poor families had poor kids that made it big? If they wouldn't have had the children, they would have never been born. Our job is to increase the people of the world. We can have 100 billion people on this planet, not just 8 billion people. We have enough ways to create food. Just like, George Carlin said, the rich people are there to take all the money. The middle people there are to work to be slaves. And the poor people are here are to scare the middle class. That's all. By the way, my friend Beryl, I love you and thank you for saying good things about me. Let's see if anybody on YouTube made any comments. I guess not. Let's see. Natasha, I love you. How are you, baby? I just want you to know it, my dear friends. I am here. It's not only me. You have so many good fighters out there. So many good volunteers out there. I'm going to tell you my joke and we're going to start the show. I was on an airplane and I got upgraded. I had some extra points. And I sat next to a pretty lady. This was many years ago. Linda, it was before your time. And I was a charmer, and I used one of my pickup lines on her, and I said, does the airline charge you for sitting next to a good-looking man? And she replied, yeah, but I wasn't willing to pay the extra money. Well, that was funny. Can you make it laugh? Can you make the sounds? No, they don't want to make the sounds. I want them to make it laugh. But again, the producers must be doing something else besides listening to my show. And they're the only real listeners. Producers, make it laugh. Anyways. That's not a laugh. That was a clap. Anyways. See, they made her laugh now. Anyways, my dear friends on Instagram, I hope you heard that. Let's talk about Mr. Biden. He got a lot of pressure, but I saw him on stage after the debate. I will not quit. He raised his fists. Yeah, I'm gonna run. And you know what? By the way, Michael asked me on YouTube, where's Lenny? Lenny is a security guard for me by my buildings now, and he watches, and he also helps me fight the DOB. I love Lenny. He said he might listen to the show. I don't know. Lenny's a very busy man. Anyways, so Biden said he wasn't going to quit, and somehow he quit. Why did he quit? There has to be more to this. I know everybody says conspiracy theories, but there has to be more. I think it was a game. He was never going to run again. It was a setup to put Kamala in, but really somebody else. But I guess Kamala had the pressure, and she got him. You know, she's now going to inherit hundreds of millions of dollars from the Biden campaign. According to FEC, it's illegal to take from somebody's campaign to another campaign. But somehow, there may be amount to challenge. She collected $91 million. And I speak to a lot of black people. They don't even want her there, a woman to be president. Just remember who was the head of the Secret Service, a woman, and the one before her too. She puts a lady Secret Service agent who doesn't look like the president. They're supposed to look like the president, dress like him, so they could protect him. She couldn't even put the gun in the holster. I don't know. I just want you to know that this lady Secret Service agent, when she went before the committee, they screamed at her, and she lied. And you know why she resigned? Because they could have gotten her for lies. And they followed her, and they said, quit, quit, quit. She admitted there was a mess up. She admitted she didn't put the best people out there. Here's my question to you. You have a president, old presidents, they're all better security, and why didn't you give Trump? She admitted that they messed up. She admitted there was a lapse. She admitted they gave low people, but that's her job. You're the head of the Secret Service. She says, we're short-handed. So if you're short-handed, then you know that all your people are there. So why did you give him the worst? You know, they're saying that this guy, the shooter, he had a drone. They saw him there. They're saying that even this sniper left his post. How could a sniper leave his post during a rally? You know the problems. So my brother tells me, oh, they wanted to kill Trump for sure. I don't believe they wanted to kill Trump. I just believe that maybe they didn't care. But did they really know? The FBI says they might have known. Did they really know? Was this guy, this 20-year-old, that smart? They said he was trying to figure out when Kennedy was killed, how far away did the shooter was when he shot Kennedy? And he wanted to be the same length away. Again, how do they know all of this? I hope they know this for a reason. So they're saying now that not only is President Biden not running, which we knew that he was going to leave, I told you that last week, but they're saying he just might resign in the next day or two, or today or tomorrow. If he resigns, Kamala is running as president at her new campaign. I don't think Joe Biden will do that. I think his legacy is too good for 100 days. I think he can make another 100 days. And again, they allow the country. Today, Netanyahu came to speak at Congress, and they allowed protesters there without a permit. How do they do that? YouTube. How do they do that? Anyways, I'm seeing a lot of comments, but I want you to know something. They are, I hate conspiracy theories, but when it just feels right, I don't know what to answer to people. You can't have a president that's supposed to be protected all the time, and when he becomes president, what are you going to do? Put that same team back there? Promote them? It doesn't work like that. That means you gave him a lower class team. The way it works is you do the right thing. I know there's good in everybody. Thank God that stupid lady, the Secret Service head, Cheatle, resigned. She should have been fired immediately. Everybody on both sides. This is the first time I saw both sides of the aisle actually screaming at her. They were scared of her. What? I know you're going to get angry at me, all you listeners. Putting a woman in charge of the Secret Service. Really? Really? She deserved to be in charge of the Secret Service? It was like putting a woman in charge of the New York City Fire Department. Incompetent. She couldn't do the job. I'm not saying men are better than women, But if men have been doing it and men have been doing it right, why would you put a woman in there that doesn't know how to do it? We have a lady commissioner of the Department of Buildings. She's never worked on a construction site. She's never carried bricks. She doesn't know what we go through. And now she's in charge. And they put us through hoops. They give us fines. They're incompetent. Everybody says, Heshy, you're against the protesters for Palestine. In America today, anybody can protest. Protest, but do it calmly and get a permit. Our cops are doing it and not allowing it. The one lady went and protested in England or Germany, and she thought she can get away with it. She went on vacation from New York and started screaming, "Free Palestine." The cops came, threw her on the ground, beat her up, and took her to jail. Let's do that in New York City. Without a permit, screaming on the streets, closing down streets. And I want to tell you, I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. These protesters today in New York, in Union Square, climbed up the pole and ripped down 3 American flags. I wear my American flag on my shirt. They ripped down 3 flags, and we allowed this. How do we allow this? You're in America. You're Americans. Protest. Death to America. Down with America. What the hell? How do you say that? And we allow it. I don't care what religion you are. I don't care what you're protesting. You want to protest Free Palestine? It's stupid. But protest. But don't cause damage. Don't cause fires. Don't burn flags. Somebody says, well, Heshy, you burnt the masks. Yes, I did. Those masks were stupid to have. Those masks did not represent a country or anybody. Those masks were wrong. Simcha Felder wore a mask. A baby, a child. I think he still wears a mask. So one of my people that was on this show, Sawyer Radin, one of my co-hosts, she, of course, stabbed me in the back and opened her own show, and she became chief of staff somewhere. She is now trying to jump into the race to run against me for city council. I mean, this is a joke. She's not going to be able to raise any money. But she's trying to go to all my people, all my contributors, and all my people supporting to get her support. You believe it, Sawyer? This is a girl who did not pay rent for 3 years. Had to be taken out. You saw the newspapers. Rent paid by them. I understand you. You didn't pay rent. I'm the one who's defending the landlords. I defend the tenants also. Yeah, boo, Sawyer. Thank you, Michael. Boo. Do you really want Kamala as president? Really? She somehow, there's a poll that says that Kamala is 44 to 42% ahead of Trump. Why? Why do you think that because she's 60 years old and younger than him? Did you ever hear her speak? A leftist liberal? I mean, this girl is 0. She does not even deserve to be vice president. And she's going to be president of the United States. And do you know who she might pick as her vice president? And don't get angry at me again. She might pick this guy Buttigieg, or whatever his name is. A gay man. Just imagine Camilla dying and America has a gay president. I'm throwing my pen down like the mic. Really? Wow. How low have we sunk? I don't have nothing with the gay people wrong with them. Again, the marriage is made for man and woman. Somebody said to me today, well, why is the government approving this? Because when the Constitution was created, it was a marriage for a man and a woman. If the gay people want to be together, no problem. Go get a civil union. Go fill out a contract. But America needs to represent families. And that's what a marriage is about. Well, I don't believe in the Constitution. I said, you can't do that. The Constitution is what this great country is based on. Yeah, what did they say? Booby judge, whatever. All I can tell you is that we have a problem in this country. That I don't mind that you're left or liberal. Stop. Stop it. We got to get on with running the country. Don't be involved with our personal lives. Your budgets are in the trillions. You're overspending. I always scream about the migrants. They put 4,000 migrants in the shelter. Now Mayor Adams has to assign extra cops because there are shootings and stabbings in these migrant shelters. At least put 400 in a shelter. 300. It doesn't make sense. And usually you can't put more than 200 or 300 and control them with private security. So not only are the shelters making $80 to $100 a day per person, they don't even have to put up security. They're using our cops. Now, if you took them and spread them around New York City, put 400 in a shelter, it would be better. But there are 4,001. How many more are on the streets? They're sucking us dry. $9 billion are going for the migrants this year. Do you know what we could do with $9 billion? It just doesn't stop. It doesn't stop, my friends. And they keep getting us. They keep screwing us. They keep coming after us. And nobody wants to make a change. You really believe New York City you're going to go out to vote for a Democratic lady vice president? I don't care if she's black or Indian or married a Jew. This girl has no history. Let's clear something up. No foreign policy history. Zero. You're going to have her go into the war with Ukraine or Israel. This week I saw a video of President Putin. You're going to love this. Everybody, you're going to love this. President Putin goes on television and says, listen, I'm willing to listen to Trump. If Trump, I don't know what his ideas are, but I'm willing to stop the war if Trump gets into power. I'm willing to listen to what Trump has to say. That means that Trump is right. If he gets elected, he's going to call up President Putin and say, this is my idea. Stop the war. At least there's a chance. Right now, nobody's telling Putin to stop. Thousands are dying there, and you're bitching about Palestine that's blowing everything up. You have some crazy Houthis from I don't even know what country they're from. I forgot where they were. Please tell me where they are from. The Houthis, and they're sending in drones 2,000 miles away. Iran is sending in bombs. What's your problem? What's your problem? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. And the problem is we allow this. We stand by. Instead of going in and fighting them, President Trump said, when I get into power, I want those kidnapped people back. I want our kidnapped Americans back. And they better be back before I get into power. I can't wait. Just for that alone, for him to take our army and blow the hell out of this. They're stupid, those Hamas people. Stupid. We have 3 young Jewish boys that were arrested for fighting the Palestinians. When the Palestinians, these people who protest, I don't even call them Muslims because half of them are not. They're representing the wrong people. So they go scream, free Palestine, and they attack us. They grab our flags, they push us, and when we fight back, we hit them. And I told you about these 3 boys. One of them hit back once. I'm going to be seeing Mr. Gonzalez next week at a fundraiser. They won't drop the charges. They want 1.5 years in jail for a punch. When the guy came to beat me up and kill me, they let him go. They gave him probation after he beat up 3 other people. There was a Jewish family that was terribly attacked and beaten up at one of these protests. And you know what happened? They let these guys go. Now those people are suing the city for $100 million. I know it's a Jewish man, but he's suing my city for $100 million. We don't have $100 million to give away. I don't care how many billions we have in the budget. We're not going to lose another $100 million. I could use $100 million. And by the way, there is no shelters in Borough Park. Thanks for the question. But we do have homeless buildings where they're bringing in the homeless people in the middle of very expensive neighborhoods. And again, community board approved it. This community board is not supposed to approve stuff without the people coming and complaining about it. They are approving stuff that means either they're waiting for a job afterwards or they're getting some money under the table. It doesn't make sense. We build a community from where it was destroyed, a decrepit, a slum. People have built their homes, millions of dollars they've invested here. We got our neighborhoods clean. And look what they're doing. They're bringing in the homeless here. There's so many empty buildings on First Avenue. Use your brain. That crazy Acacia idiot congresswoman from the Bronx, she didn't let Amazon come in. Come over here, Amazon. Come to Brooklyn. I get to be councilman. I told you, I keep saying to you on the shows, I'm going to bring Amazon here. I promise you. $25 billion we're going to bring in revenue. Jobs. I'll give them the whole First Avenue. Forget the rents they're going to be paying. We're not using our brains. We're losing business. Closed stores. New York City is putting out 600 new cameras right now. 600 new cameras. Not to protect us, but for speedsters and red light tickets. Now, let me tell you what a red light ticket is. When you're driving down a highway at 23 miles an hour, which you should be driving at 30, 35 miles an hour because you're watching all the cameras, and all of a sudden it turns red. You get, either you hit the white line, you get a ticket, or you go through, or the guy's behind you beeping you. You can't drive slower than 20 miles an hour, or people will be beeping you at 90 miles. So you got to be exactly at 20, 25 miles an hour. You guys know that. You all drivers. You know the game, but we go through a yellow light, and then boom, it turns red. Or you speed up. I got 2 speeding tickets within 10 minutes. It's not possible. And it said over there, 31 miles, 30. And it was normal speed. And I was in a bus lane. I got a ticket because I was making a right turn. And you see my blinkers on. I couldn't make a right turn only from the bus lane. Because if you make from the middle lane, a cop gives you a ticket. So we in Borough Park, and I'm sorry to say the rest of New York, we are putting up our own cameras. Because there's been a lot of people coming into videotape. We saw a lot of people scouting out the area, so we're getting nervous. So this organization called Shmira is putting up cameras all over Borough Park and Flatbush, and they're all watching these cameras. And I offered my house, and we put up a camera to watch my street. I'm so proud to be one of their volunteers. And we're going to put it up on every house. So our cameras that we're putting up is not for speed scissors, for safety, for if you kidnap somebody or you come hurt somebody. We're going to have cameras on every block to watch you, to help you, to guide you, to make sure you're safe, not to give you tickets or money because they don't care about that. They don't care about that. When I had a fight with a sanitation lady, when she was giving the whole block tickets, so I started ripping down her tickets. And fighting with it, the councilman at the time said, well, let her keep giving tickets. I said, no, I won't. And she then said I touched her, and she came with her thing that her hand blew up. We showed it was a lie. I had 13 witnesses. It costed me $7,500 in legal fees and days off, and I had to prove to them that I never touched her in a lineup. And she showed up at the lineup and had me arrested. One of my 5 arrests. But I will continue to fight for the city. I'll continue to give up myself. That is what I was given. That is my mission. And that's why I'm not going into office just to make money. I'm going into office to help my city. And that's what you should all do. I know for a fact that Trump will stop that war in Ukraine. And I know somehow he's going to help Israel so much that they'll wipe out this terrorist Hamas. You know, I was watching a video of a young man. He went into the West Bank. And he said to the people, he says, you want people to die? One lady from New York even said, I want Trump to be shot. You want somebody to die? You want to kill them? Let the Jews leave Israel. Where you want us to go? You threw us out of every Arab country. There used to be hundreds of thousands of Jews in all those countries. Just like there's hundreds of thousands of Christians all over the world. Hundreds of thousands of Muslims all over and Buddhists. So the Jews can't be in Israel? And in Israel, there are 2 million Arabs when there was only 100,000 when they started. And all those hundreds of thousands of Arabs from Egypt to Syria to the Arab Emirates to all those countries, Iraq, Iran, they're less than 50 or 0. So you throw us out of those countries, where do you want us to go? Go to America? We're not looking to be migrants. We have enough people, and I'm in America. My father did immigrate legally here. My father did build a family, and I continue to serve America. I continue to be in this country. But they're looking to stop me. They want to take away my HPD license. They want to take away my other licenses. Oh, you're criminal. I said, criminal? You have people killing, shooting, robbing. They get back all their jobs and licenses, and me, you're coming after me. I don't really care because I know how to make money, and I know what I'm doing, and I'm going to become city councilman, and I'll make those changes. I was reading today, January 6th. Those people are struggling and suffering in lawyer fees. You know January 6th is not true. I was there. You had a couple people that ran into the thing. They didn't do it. They did a little damage. You have protesters today that are ripping down flags, putting SWAT stickers on buildings, breaking windows. You have people going into stores and robbing Gucci bags, robbing the stores, stealing, and they're getting off the hook. Here are these guys. They went into the Capitol to see what was going on. Interesting, no? And these guys are getting arrested and put in jail for 10, 20, 17 years. These people who rob, maim, hurt, walk around with guns, threaten, are getting out of jail, and they're robbing us. We have to close our stores. People are locking up their shampoo. Drugstores are locking up their shampoo. Anyways, by the way, Kalman Yeager is running for the assembly seat. We got him into the assembly. So he's going to be there for life, and good luck, and go on, and he didn't endorse me. And you know what? I'm going to go back to Kamala for a second. My point with Kamala is that when she becomes, if she loses the election, just like Mike Pence had to certify the winner, she has to certify the winner. Let's see what she does. Will she certify Trump, or will she, because she has the power not to? Now we're going to see January 6th. Now we'll see the transfer of power. If Kamala loses, will she certify the election that Trump is the winner? Wow, that's going to be an interesting fight itself. Another January 6th, huh? One of our great Congress, our governor, Hochul, one of her people were raided. Her house was raided again. Or not again. Again, all these people in the administration have people that are crooks. They are committing crimes, but they come after the little guys like you and me. They look at it and audit us and take our money, but these big guys get away with it. Now, this lady who did the straw polling is being investigated by the FBI. But again, why is the FBI busy with this? We have people doing bank robberies. We have people murdering. We have serial killers on the street. And this is what you're busy with. Somebody that collected fake donations. Okay, you know that's happening and they're going to get away with it. You found this one, there's 10 of them that are doing it. There's always somebody. You know, I keep telling people, I don't want your check. I only want a credit card so they can verify who you are. And then somebody goes to his friend and says, you give and I'll donate. I said, please don't tell me you're doing it and don't do it. Don't give me fake donations. And I'm very careful. That's why I do one at a time. That's why I talk to the people at a time. I talk to the wealthy and the rich, and they give you stories. And I stand there, and I make much more money than the $175 donation and the speeches and the clown like me. They want me to dance around like a little monkey. And you know what? I do it because that's the game. I've learned the game, and I hate playing that game. I want to be elected fairly and honorably. Mr. Felder, I know you're going to commit straw violations. I know you don't live in the district. I know you're selling your house now. You're going to play the game that you didn't sell the house. It's going to take you 2 years till you sell the house. And then even though you don't live in the district, boom, what is your game going to be? You're going to be councilman. That's what you think you're going to be, but I'm going to try to beat you. And then you're going to play the game, oh, I retire. That's all he's here. He was a city councilman. Mr. Simcha Felder was city councilman, and he dropped out in middle because he wanted a better job. He wanted more money. That's what he did. Now you're coming back? So you have a guy, listen to this, guys. You're a boss of a company. You're busy running a big operation. You're making money. You're talking, he's running city council. He's one of 51 with a $100 billion budget, or back then maybe $90, $80 billion budget. He's part of the company. He's running a city. He's running his constituents. And he quits for a better job. You have a company that's running and you have a controller and he quits on you. Do you think that you're going to take him back, even though how good he is? He wasn't that good to begin with. And he left you to screw you right in the middle of a job. It means you were losing money when he walked out on you. Didn't give us notice. He quit. He resigned. Special election was done in 45 days. Here we have a guy that's moving up and he won't vacate the seat because he's holding it for the next guy. I mean, it's the game. I don't play games. I don't lie. I tell my clients, I mess up, I don't lie to you. When I'm city councilman, I will not lie to you. I expect, like President Trump, not to lie. They say everything he says is a lie. Really? Do you guys really believe that everything that he says is a lie? I don't think so. I love President Trump. Solar energy. Can I go a little bit off the topic? Every day I get calls from these companies that are selling me solar energy. I think it's the dumbest thing on the planet. Even they tell me that the solar energy that they would put in for any property wouldn't be enough to give me all that energy. So I don't understand. You're going to let me only use solar half of the time, and then I still have to take energy from the grid? Make up your mind. Is solar good enough? It's good to play with. It's good when you're doing some jobs or go upstate or for your traffic lights or for other stuff. But if it can't do the job, I don't know why you're pushing it on us. And they're telling it to me. It'll save you a third of your bill. Very nice of you. But it's going to cost me so much money that it's going to take me 20 years to recover everything we put into that. And if anywhere I mess up across the line or I don't pay my bill, I get a judgment. And what happens with a judgment? You guys all know that. Court cases, lawsuits, interest. Solar energy is okay, and it does work in Israel for a lot of the things, but they're smaller homes. They're not like here. They don't use as much on the grid. You know, Kamala Harris said, I want to get rid of all gasoline cars, all of them. She's crazy. It's not possible, number one. And number two, your electric cars don't work. Somebody gave me his electric car, and we recharged it, and it went for 280 miles. Beautiful. But you don't understand, when you have the radio and the air conditioner on, it takes away from the electricity, and you only have 200 miles. Now you have to stop and recharge it. Now, if you get a special faster recharge, it costs you 45 cents a kilowatt. If you do it at home, it costs you 12 cents a kilowatt. So again, they're ripping you off. It's a game. I don't understand. You're forcing us to use electric cars. Very nice of you. But it doesn't work the way it's supposed to work. I don't have time. I'm making a living. I don't have time to stop my car every 2 hours or 3 hours to recharge. And I sometimes want to travel. I travel to Florida. I do stop for gasoline, and I fill it up, and I make 380 miles. With an electric car, something goes wrong, you're dead. Of course, with a gasoline car as well. But the gasoline cars have been perfected over the years. This electric car does not work. There's not electric spots all over the place. Gasoline, you can stop on any town, in any country, every couple of miles on any highway running across America. Doesn't work. It's stupid. And Kamala Harris, is going to force you to give up your car. It's not like all the cars have to be transferred, and when the old ones die out, you can never use a gas car. I think in 2030 already they're trying to do that. It's 5 years away. 5 years away. Anyways, let's go to the next subject. And I have a lot of subjects to talk about. I was reading a report how a squatter, because of the squatter laws, let's go back there, forged a lease. The owner evicted him, and he sued the owner on a forged lease, just like people forge deeds. You know, Sawyer's husband, he represented people or helped as a lawyer forging deeds for people. He got lucky, he got away with it. But that's what people do. I don't even know how that works. You forge a deed, nobody verifies it. And you know what now? Now he's an advisor to Lester Chan, the assemblyman, who can't even get real furniture for his office. I don't want to take a picture with you, Lester. I was stupid I even took a picture with you. You're an idiot. Today, in front of Congress, protesters protested Benjamin Netanyahu, the president of Israel. Number one, he's a president. How do you let the cops even come near him and screaming and hollering free Palestine? And you knew this was going to happen. He went to speak to Congress. He had enough time, and trust me, his protection was the best. There was no way he was going to get killed. That's what we do here. We're scared for our own shadows, and then you let these protesters come, and we had to spray mace at them. The cops did spray mace at a lot of them, or something in their eyes to get rid of them. They come without permits. Just that alone you arrest them for. You know, this councilwoman, Susan, what's her name? I'm going to tell you in a minute. Susan, who cares, right? Here you go. Councilman Susan Zhang. She got arrested. She bought a cop's ear, the only Asian district that was created, a district made for Asians. I don't understand. You need a district just for Asians? So they live in an area with the Jews and the Muslims. So what they did was they made a special district just for the Asians and just for this councilwoman. It's not right. So of course she's she's the first Asian councilwoman. Because she's Asian, so the Asians are only going to vote for Asians. Whether it was an Asian man or an Asian woman. And she went to bite somebody. She can't even speak English. She can't even understand half the words coming out of her mouth. You know, and I'm not trying to make fun of her, but she doesn't deserve to be councilwoman. She bit somebody. She got upset she was arrested. So she now fired her staff, shook up her staff to get new people. You're the idiot who went out there. You saw the permits were done. The building was almost done. And you want to try to get the shelter closed? You should have woken up before you got elected. You should have woken up when you were running for election. I had a shelter opened up in my area in Avenue T. And I went and made a deal. I did a video. I protested. I sent a message that I'm going to shut them down. I'm going to give them issues with the city. Susan could have gone to the DOB, pulled their permits, given them a hard time, made complaints. Forget that she woke up late with Lester Chang in Bay Ridge, New York. But she didn't even know the procedure, how to go about things. Go through your system. You're the city councilwoman. You can stop them. You can put an injunction in them. You have lawyers there. She's just a dumbbell. So we put a woman in charge of the city council. We put a woman in charge as president. We put a woman in charge of the Secret Service. I understand women are good. But stop. Just to have a woman there? I don't want it. I don't want Kamala Harris, not because she's a woman, because she's an idiot. And she does not deserve to be president. I don't care what district attorney she was or senator she was. She never accomplished anything. Look at her history. Zero. A leftist liberal. I'm not with Trump on everything. I keep thinking I wouldn't do abortion, but I keep thinking that he has no right to push abortion. Elon Musk, during COVID, lost a kid. This is a man who's a multi-billionaire. A multi-billionaire. And they tricked him into bringing the kid to the hospital and put her on the ventilator. And she died. A billionaire with all his money. Is it worth it to lose a child? That's why people say when you're poor, you shouldn't have children. Why not? Child is worth everything that you have. Everything that your body is worth. It's you being better. I love my sons. I love the kids. I love my nephews and nieces. I love everybody that came through me. I love children. They have this yeshiva world that sends these children after me. Susan Zhang, thank you, Black Beauty. How are you, Black Beauty? How are you? Welcome back. But I have these kids that are trying to get $100 bounty for me to say something. They call me in the middle of the night, and sometimes they get angry and use bad words, and my son tells me, Heshy, Pop, forget it, what they say. And then they say, oh, you're a pedophile. I have a perfect history record with children over 40 years. I have a perfect record with women. Somebody says, oh, you hug women. So? I'm Jewish. Maybe I'm not allowed to. I'm allowed to. I have no problem showing affection. And I do it in a right and clean manner, in a graceful manner. But today, with the leftist people, anything could be taken out of the thing, and I can be arrested or go to jail or accused. That's why I do wear a camera on me, and I do film everything I do. And when I'm in city council, I'm going to make sure that everything is filmed. And I know I'm going to have secret meetings, and I'm going to figure out how to do that. But today we're out to screw the next person. I had a guy who walks by my building for the last 20 years. One day he fell down and he hurt his hand. He says, my hand hurts me. And he's suing me for $1 million. Of course, I'm fully insured. He walks over to me when he says, I'll stop the lawsuit and give me $300,000. I said, are you crazy? I'm getting $300,000. He said, sell your building. I said, then why do I have the building for? I'm going to sell my building to pay. It's crazy. People are falling, fake lawsuits. I was watching a video how a guy ran in front of a car, fell down, and said he was hit and was on video. Thank God the guy had a dash cam and a camera from the building. We're just looking to sue. And these lawyers, they're all over TV. If you get injured, sue. I get you billions of dollars. I was only supposed to get $30,000. Now I got $3 million. Wow. $3 million. You didn't get any heart accidents. You fell down or you were in a little accident. I've been injured, stabbed, crashed. People, again, you don't do sue if you can get better. Everybody falls down. How many times have you fallen down in front of your house or on your stairs or you tripped on a toy? Anyways, my listeners on WSNR and WNEW and WPIVD, thank you for joining us. You're going to be leaving us in about a moment. I hope you joined the show just like all you YouTube people. Thank you for your comments. Natasha, Black Beauty, you're wonderful. Michael, you just keep giving me you keep keeping me informed, and my Instagram people. So I want you all to know, thank you for joining the show, and we'll be back next week. And it's now showtime. Guys, I know you're coming off the internet, but it's showtime. Now get ready to rock. The next 3 months is going to be exciting. And then when that election is over, starts my election. Then it's going to really, then New York is going to rock, because I'm not going to rock the nation. I'm going to rock New York. I promise you, I'm going to have New York not blowing up, because I don't want to hurt the people, but I'm not going to let these politicians get away with stuff. I'm not going to let them tax you and raise your taxes. I'm going to find a way to stop this, and the stupid cameras and the ticket cameras and all that illegal stuff that they're doing, and those inspectors, I'm stopping them. You inspectors be ready for me. And all you nursing home people that murdered our people during COVID in hospital, Governor Cuomo did not give you permission to free them. I'm going to come get you. Just like you came after Trump 20 years later, I'm coming after you. If I get elected, I promise you there'll be lawsuits, criminal suits. I'm going to do whatever it takes. Special prosecutors, these guys are going to pay. 1,400 people alone died in my hospital. Goodbye, WSNR. The Houthis, as I was telling you before, they sent a drone to kill Israelis. They crashed in a building. I think one person was badly injured or died, and 10 were injured. Now, I don't even know how Israel missed it. But again, a drone, 2,000 miles, and what did you do? A little bit of damage? How much did it cost you? Your people are starving and dying, and that's, of course, Israel made a response. Just they flew 2,000 miles in planes, and Israel wasn't playing games. And Iran, be ready. They're going to come after you. How much do you think that we're going to take from you? The government of Israel is a government just like here, politicians. But the people of Israel are getting fed up. They're getting tired. We Jews around the world are getting tired of this. Somehow, some way, we all have to rise up and get them. We can't allow terrorist countries to exist. We're living in the 21st century where everything has to be great. And we still have terrorists. We still have bombers. We still have snipers killing our president. We're a laughingstock. A laughingstock. And I love this country. I wear my American flag every day. And we allow Muslims to burn our flag. It's not even real Muslims. Because the Muslims are good people. They're great people. They have a religion. They have a God. They understand you can't be killing. They have the commandments. But of course you have radicals in the Jews. You have radicals in the Christians. We know that. The Illuminati. I got an email that I should join the Illuminati. And as a joke, I replied, because, the Illuminati, you read books about it. It's like a wonderful thing to join the Illuminati. They're going to help me become elected. The system is outlasting you. I don't know what that means, James. You can explain that. But whatever it is, I could tell you something now, that I'm going to do my job fairly. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to be fair to you like I come on this show every week. I tell you the truth. I tell it to your face whether you can take it or not. And I'm here to do my job. I'm here not just to stand up and shut up. I'm here to stand up and do it. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it good. I'm going to do it hard. And I hope you guys know that. Give me this shot. You'll be so proud of me. You give all these other idiots the shot. Give me a shot. Really give me a shot. Come on election day and volunteer for me. Come donate a few pennies to me. Get your friends to donate. I can do the job. My son is getting married. My last son. And I want you to know something. I was so happy when he was born. And I'm going to make this speech. Here's the speech that I'm going to make by his wedding. When my son was born, I prayed to God, and I heard this from somebody else, that he should be more like his mother. Kind, calm, just honorable, abiding, just a good boy. I got jealous. And I said to God, I want him to be more like me. And he became a little bit more arrogant. You know what I mean? And then I said to God, can you make him happy? And God made me find this girl, Rayleigh. And when I spoke to Rayleigh, I said to Rayleigh, you know who found you? Me and God. That's the way it works. I'm so proud that she made my son happy. People need a mate. You can't be living alone. Some people maybe are sad. They lost their husband. I spoke to a lady that lost her husband or lost their child. And I know they're sad and they want to be depressed. Why? Why are you wasting your beautiful days? Why are you wasting this life? I know things are bad. Things go, today my insurance broker came to me. Heshy, you have an insurance policy that's expiring in 8 more years. I said, really, 8 more years? What do you want me to do? Renew it now? He said, well, in 8 more years, it's going to be more expensive. I said, first of all, I'm hoping not to die in 8 years or 10 years or 20 years. And when that time comes, I'll deal with it, just like I dealt with it 12 years ago, just like I dealt with it 20 years before. If I can't afford it, I can't afford it. The reason for an insurance policy, and don't let these insurance brokers trick you, is that if you have debt, when you die, you shouldn't leave the debt for your wife and children. But if you're already successful or you have what you paid off, you don't need the insurance. For what? Extra money? that my older wife is not going to spend and leave it to my children? I will. I'll try. But the insurance is mean to insurance. When you're driving your car, it's not for tomorrow, it's for today. Anyways, goodbye, everybody. Thank you for listening to the show. Play that music, everybody. I love you, Instagram. I love you, YouTube. I love you, Facebook. Thank you. Let's go. Play that music.